Really, you shouldn't. First of all, why shouldn't you watch too much TV? Well, the most simple, in simple terms, if you stop watching TV, you have plenty of time to decide what you want to do with your life, which is maybe your calling in life, because everyone has some kind of talent which he is good at. You know, like maybe you're a good drawer, or you make music, whatever it is that, you know, everybody has a talent. So maybe it's a good time for you to use it. And when you become really good at it, you might even earn your living doing what you love. Well, that's a first very good reason for why you shouldn't watch too much TV. But that's not all. Okay, second of all, it's basically propaganda. Yeah. If you watch the news, right, you only think that everything is true. Everything they tell you is the truth. Have you ever been to one of the meetings where they're going to discuss what's the future of humanity? You know, the citizens, what's the future? Have you ever been there? Like, that would be TV. That would be like real TV. That would be no tell lie vision. It's telling lies to my vision. You see what I'm saying? That would be TV. But you see, they don't show you the behind the scenes. They only show you what they want you to see, which means is that you know, they're shaping your opinion. And you might think, no, you see, I mean, I have my own mind, so I think for myself. Yeah, but if you think for yourself, why are you watching TV in the first place? You see, they are creating your opinion, and you think it's not working. Why did they have so many, experiments, and people needed to die? Seriously. How many people died from them experiments, mind control experiments? Why is that? If it doesn't affect you, why did they have to repeat the commercials every, let's say 10 minutes? You see them on repeat. You think it is not affecting me. Not really. But they are making money because they are repeating the same thing to your vision. Again, if you understand how your mind works, you know, if you understand how you see, you know what the thing is. I'm not saying nothing spooky here, okay? So don't be like, oh, and this is like such crazy ass bullshit right here. The only thing that exists is your mind. There is no outside reality beyond your own mind. You see, you think, when you look around, right, in your house, you think everything is real. It does not exist beyond your mind. Everything outside of you, which are things, is fake, is not real. You know why? Because somebody made them up. Everything existed in the mind first. Look around. What are you? Maybe you're listening to this on your phone. The phone was made up by someone. Before it was in your hands, right? Somebody made it up and created it. So it's not real anymore, right? It's done. It's finished. The creation is done. So again, I'm like, okay, off the subject, but so again, everything you experience in the mind. So if they want to control your life, okay, they don't have to control your outer environment because it's fake. You see, it's not real. Okay, it's real, you can see it, but I mean, it's not in creation process. Creation is done. So they have to create you, right? They have to mold you. You know, like, how was that, Golem? Whatever, I don't know. Anyway, so they have to create you. They have to mold you like a doll. So what they have to do for it? if they have like thousands of dolls or millions of them walking around like robots. See, because they're all controlled by someone. You see, they have to put bullshit information in your mind and you will act accordingly. You see how mind control works? Okay, let me ask you another question. Listen, if you think you cannot be manipulated, if you think is no way somebody can manipulate me, okay, picture this. Why? Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to explain to you, but first I have to think about it. Yeah, picture this situation where you have like, okay, a man and a wife. They are married, so-called happily married, but they're not really, because the man is constantly hitting her. He is like so fucking, manipulator himself, because he is projecting a false reality onto her, and she's believing it. You see how mind control works? He is the mind controller. First he hits her, she's on the floor crying. He hits her, he curses her, and then he says, "I'm sorry, baby, I love you. I love you." I didn't want to do that. It was like my hand, something wrong with my hand, Okay, she said, "Oh, you see, he loves me. You see, he didn't do it on purpose." You see what he's doing? Can you imagine what he's doing? Basically, what he's doing is he is telling lies to her vision. You see, and she's all mixed up, right? She's like, oh, she's saying to herself first, something's wrong with my relationship. And then she goes, no, he loves me. And then something's wrong, and then loves me, and wrong love. You see, it's all mixed up. That's a mind manipulator. What does your government do to you? Oh, tell me, what are they doing to you? Really? Okay, I tell you. First, they take 20% of your income. If you live in where I live, it's 20%. They just take it. Oh, you better yet, just give it to them. And then they say, I love you. And then they say, I'm sorry, but I love you. I love you. And then what they do with the money? They go send your son. They go fight a war. You see, it's all good. You see how they tell lies to your vision? Isn't that true? Why exactly? Why exactly is it not allowed in America to grow your own garden? Amen. And then they tell you they love you. You see, can you make the connection? They hate you, they love you. They hate you, they love you. And the woman be like all mixed up in their head, like he loves me, he hates me. What's that? That's called mind control, a mind manipulation. Okay, what's the other reason why you shouldn't watch too much TV if you're doing it already? Beyond the nose, which is bad on its own, without the mind controlled so negative, it's all you got, like so many reasons to die early, just want to die early because the soul, earth is going to hell quickly. Okay, beyond that, what about the TV shows? Yeah, you see what they're doing to you? I'm showing you what they're doing to you. First, you are working for a boss, or maybe you work for yourself, doesn't matter. You still need to pay taxes, a lot of them. A lot of them. Why didn't they let Tesla create his great technology and we had all free energy? Maybe you didn't need to work so hard for your money. How was that? Alright. Didn't they show it to you? Oh, they're so bad. They're so nasty. Anyway, if you like watching them shows, which I don't watch at all, seriously, You know, like them soaps, right? There's like a at-home situation, there's an at-work situation, there's a friend situation, there is a whatever situation, and you see, you think when you watch it, most of the time it's not positive. Okay, most of the time it's all about them sins that was written down in the Bible 2,000 years ago. It's still valid to this day. It's still valid. You see, mostly it's all about that. And you think that when you watch that it does not affect you at all. Yeah, like seriously, it does not affect you? Okay. So next time you be in the same situation, and listen, you have to picture this person, which I'm talking about. He's like a TV addict, okay? I'm talking about that guy, girl, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It's all a person. He's like a TV addict, okay? He goes to work, comes home, eats, switches on his TV, and then falls asleep in front of the TV. Gets up, watches some more news, nice vision to your lies, whatever. Anyway, right? And that's like on a repeat. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then 12 months a year till the rest of his life. What do you think will happen to that brain? What do you think will happen to your mind? Because it's on repeat. You see the process? It's on repeat. It's the same message on repeat. Repetition makes perfect. If you want to become a top athlete, what you need to do is you need to practice and put your mind on repetition. What do you need to do if you want to destroy someone and make mush out of his brain? Put it on repetition and call it entertainment. That's how you do it. Exactly. So, when you come to realize that all of it, stuff is negative, okay, do you want a comparison? Okay, because I don't know why, but it is much more obvious that the child's version of television is much worse than for the adults. Haven't you noticed? Why does a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old or a whatever-year-old need to watch killing, right? Blood. Have you ever seen SpongeBob? That's like the most disgusting thing you can ever show your child. If you want to see the head all like, squeezed and whatever, ripped off, whatever. That's what happens. I'm not lying to you. Before I was awake, I was the person I was just talking about, the TV addict, right? But I didn't fall asleep in front of the TV. I did go to bed, but I was that TV addict. I thought nothing could affect me, that I'm in control of my own life, right? That's what I thought. Until the day came, I switched off the TV. The day before, I watched an Illuminati wake-up call video on YouTube, which they don't show you. You know why? Why is that? It's very entertaining. I couldn't stop watching that. I tell you even better, after that, I couldn't stop watching YouTube till this day. But the only thing that's changed is the topics. So you see that there is an agenda. My life changed 360 degrees. It's like changed from completely negative. So negative. To 100% positive and filled with love or whatever, all that stuff, happiness and joy. Yeah. Well, you see, don't you think that if they could repeat that video, that one video I watched, which was the start of my awakening, they could wake up entire masses of people. But don't you see? Don't you see that there is an agenda that does not want you to have your own awakening? Yeah. Anyway, right? So how does mind control work? How does mind control work? Do you think that someone can control your mind? Let me ask you a question. When a salesman calls you on your phone, okay, maybe it's not, maybe you have like a different way of approaching this person, but the thing is, why do you think they're so effective and they're still calling you when you don't want to be called and don't want to be bothered? You know why? No, why? They put the person who they are calling under a hypnotic state and they make them buy the products. How do they do that? How can you like put someone under hypnosis? Well, the best way to do it is to make them shut up, so they don't have any chance to speak, and make suggestions, right? Make suggestions to their mind, right? Like subliminal. They like call subliminal messages. That's what the television does to you too. They put subliminal messages in there, which is disguised in the form of entertainment. You see? Well, yeah. And then tell me how hard it is to hang up the phone. Well, I had to teach myself how to not get involved with one of those hypnotic whatever people, right? Cause they like, so, they make you buy stuff you don't need, and then you hang up the phone, and then you bought a refrigerator when you already have one. You see what they're doing to you? You see what the television is the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Your government has a plan, right? They have a specific agenda, which I'm not going to get into really. It's not really but they have to sell you their agenda. You see, everything is for sale in this earth. You can sell everything you want. That's why I told you, like when you switch off the TV and you start using your imagination, you start using the talents that God gave you, you can sell anything you want. You can sell your talents. You see what I'm talking about? But when you watch TV, you don't have time for that. When are you going to have time to do what you want? To live the life you want, right? That makes you happy, that makes you fulfilled, whatever. Television doesn't do that to you. Not really. So what I'm talking about here is that the government, your beloved, lovely government, they have an agenda. They made up their agenda about 2,000 years ago, or what, maybe longer. It goes back even longer. That's still their agenda. And they're selling it to you. They're selling to you that certain people are in power and continue to stay in power, and you are the provider for their wealthy lifestyle. And they're selling you that you need to be a slave. Okay, you need to give them 20% of your income, obviously, and be okay with that. So they need to sell you that. You see, when you watch TV, you don't have time to think. You don't have any time to think. Because it's like you switch on the TV and then you go 1, 2, 3 and then you're in hypnosis, right? It's done. It's finished. Their job is done. And then it's like 11 o'clock or whatever the time you go to bed. And you be like, you snap out of it. Snap out of the hypnosis. I'd be like, what the hell just happened? I came home. I got dinner. Maybe you didn't even eat. And it's 11 o'clock. Oh my God. And it's really, you see, if you live your life like that, and work, you're in hypnosis too. Otherwise you cannot do it. Or maybe if you have a lovely job, which you love so much, maybe you are a bit more aware. But most of the time it's like a cycle. It's a repeating cycle. But I hope for you that you have a job which you like and which you love, because that's going to give you the most pleasure in life, obviously, right? So anyway, another thing. Why shouldn't you watch TV? Because if you watch too much TV, since most of the time it's filled with negativity and fear. They love fear. They love fear. They love fear so much they go to bed with fear. Really. Telling you. And so what does fear do to you? And I don't mean on a mental level, because that's obviously, you know what that does to you. You're becoming like fearful, whatever, all that stuff. But what it does to your body, and it is a proven fact, okay? It is scientifically proven, or biologically, whatever you say it in English, that your mind, that your body, will not be able to protect itself from disease because you're in a fearful state, the lowest vibrational state. Okay, everything is energy and vibration. If you are vibrating on the lower plane, okay, that means that you are going to get sick. It's the truth. It's the truth. You can watch that. I would recommend for you to watch some videos from Bruce Lipton. He explains a lot of it. He helped me, to understand it. And again, there's like lies in physics. There's lies in everywhere. Everywhere you see, everywhere you look is lies. What's that? What's that? The only one who can truly grasp the truth is yourself. So you need to do all your own research. Otherwise, you cannot know what's the truth. You cannot let anyone else tell you it's the truth, because that means you're under mind control, okay? You do not want to be under my mind control, but I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. But you need to know things for yourself. So, that was kind of my video. And I hope you will kind of not watch so much TV. Because it is not going to help you. Not really. Thank you for watching. God bless you.